Welcome back to Warrior Television for our second newscast of the 2025-26 school year. I'm Luke Boyer.
And I'm Will Mahan. Today, WTV brings you stories on student reactions to immigration enforcement, the Metro Holiday Tournament Championship, a feature on Emre Gedik, swim and dive success, soul car, campus improvements, and a district math competition.
We begin with a story that hits close to home for many students. As immigration enforcement increases nationwide, some Westside students say anxiety is rising. Juan Romero Sarraf has more.
Enforcement increases across Nebraska. Many immigrant families say that changes have affected their daily routines, with students staying home more and avoiding public spaces. Evelyn explains that many students her age are spending less time out with friends. Families are more cautious now.
People choose to stay home and be safe at homes because they don't know what could happen.
Mario describes a growing sense of unease across the community. He says fewer people are attending events because of fear, creating more stress and distractions for students.
You can lose your life here, everything you work or...
For many immigrant students, this anxiety makes adjusting to school life even harder. Confusion about different types of warrants and knowing their rights adds to the stress. Some families rely on Know Your Rights cards to stay informed and safe. Oranda says the district follows strict protocol whenever law enforcement, including DHS or police, requests to speak with a student.
One is just communication with families and letting them know that there is procedures here. When we have procedures if a police officer comes in and wants to has a warrant or maybe doesn't have a warrant and want to come talk to one of our students. So it's very similar to that. So our procedures are in there. So we would have to follow all the procedures we have regarding if there's a warrant and why is there a warrant, and if there's not a warrant, do we allow them to come back? So if we get into that situation, they are calling me or Dr. Lucas or our school attorney, the in-house, and then we quickly figure something out, and then we are there at the scene and then assisting with what people need on that.
Romero Reyes says the Mexican community is an integral part of Nebraska and contributes in many ways, from skilled bilingual workers to entrepreneurs.
I would like the Mexican community to be seen as an integral part of the Nebraska society.
Even with these contributions and support, students like Rodriguez Segura and Boniface continue to navigate daily anxiety. Balancing school, friendships, and safety remains a challenge as enforcement efforts continue statewide. For WTV, this has been Juan Romero Sarraf.
The Warriors face their longtime rivals, the Creighton Prep Junior Jays, in the Metro Holiday Tournament and came out on top. Juan Romero Sarraf reports on the championship win.
More than 2,000 fans packed Creighton Prep's Hatter Center for the championship game of the Metro Holiday Tournament. Westside entered the finals as the number 2 seed in the tourney. The Warriors trailed by 4 points in the fourth quarter, but Westside went on an 11-0 run to take the lead. The Junior Jays had a chance in the final seconds, but missed a shot at the buzzer. Westside edged Creighton Prep 63-61 to win the Metro title after finishing as the runner-ups last year.
We're all proud of the kids, we've talked about in the aftermath of that, and I've said it a couple different times. We were fortunate enough to be in 3 championship games last year. We were in the conference championship game, the district championship game, and the state championship game, and we're proud of that fact. There's not a lot of people or a lot of teams who can say that.
The Warriors were led by London Dada. The junior forward hit a three-pointer with a minute 19 left to give Westside the lead for a good 55-52.
I was feeling pretty good throughout the game. We called a screen. There was about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He went under the screen, so I decided I might as well shoot it. I shot it. I made it. It was a big shot of the game. Put us up 3.
Dada was the top scorer with 21 points. Emre Gedik added 19, including this steal and a dunk at the end of the third quarter.
It means a lot. I mean, that was one of our goals at like the beginning of the season, was to win Metros, and last year it kind of hurt losing off of one possession, and now just winning it off of a one possession game, it just feels great.
Westside raised their record to 8-1. The victory will give the Warriors plenty of momentum for the rest of the season.
Well, you hope that it does. Obviously, I think the experience of playing in that type of an atmosphere, you can't practice that. We can have all the practice days we want here, but you can't replicate that in a practice setting. So I think both teams will really benefit from that. I'm sure we'll see a similar atmosphere here on Friday.
The rivalry continues this Friday when Westside hosts Creighton Prep. For WTV, I'm Juan Romero Sarraf.
One of the key players behind that victory was Emre Gedik. His performance helped secure the title, but his story goes beyond basketball. Hunter Valapek shares more.
Over his past 3 years as a Westside Warrior, forward Emre Gedik has made an impact both on and off the court. As a starter for the Warriors, he has led them to a 35-6 record, including an appearance in the state championship game in his junior. After playing phenomenally on the JV team and traveling with the Warriors to the state semifinals during his sophomore season, Gedik has led the team in scoring over his past 2 seasons, in his junior year averaging 14.4 points per game and halfway through his senior season averaging 16.6, helping the Warriors to over 70 points per game this year. Head coach Jim Simons has been impressed with Gedik's improvement this year.
He can score it in multiple ways. He can score it off the bounce. He can score it posting up, and he can make a jump shot. He just makes him a really tough guard, and he's doing a good job of playing to his advantages based upon the matchup that he's got.
Gedik and Warrior center Will Preston have made a good pairing in the front court. Both complement each other perfectly, with Gedik's scoring and Preston's defensive presence.
I think he brings a lot of scoring to the table. Also, like just drawing in like the extra like 3 defenders, something gets like his teammates open and stuff. I think that really helps us a lot.
Gedik has blossomed into a leader off the court over his time with the Warriors. He was the only returning starter from the championship team last season and know what it takes to make it back to Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, I want to show that we're really good compared to last year. We were still good last year, but we're better than last year. And I just want to show everyone that we're coming to play against them.
Defense and versatility as a big man at the power forward position have been the driving forces for the Warriors as they've battled through the adversity of the season.
We're a really tall team, really big team. I feel like it just adds onto that. I mean, I could get rebounds after rebounds, steals after steals, deflections. I mean, it just adds on, and it's gonna add on over time against teams that are smaller than us and things like that. It's definitely mindset, becoming a leader, and becoming a better defender. After that loss to Bell West, we were a very poor defensive team. I feel like since that we've been a lot better on-ball defenders, help defenders, all that, and I feel like that has gave us the power to beat #1 Southwest and winning the Metros and things.
Gedik is signed to Augustana University, a Division II school in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Vikings have been a middle-of-the-pack team for the past 5 years, with one Elite 8 appearance in the Division II version of March Madness coming in 2020. Gedik and the Warriors look to continue their success coming off a Metro Holiday Tournament championship, which was the school's first since 2022. Westside is currently the favorite to win the state championship, but Gedik and the Warriors know there's no guarantees coming to March. From WTV, I'm Hunter Valapek.
The Warriors swim and dive team made a statement at the home invite, sweeping the competition. Oliver Levy has the highlights.
The Warrior Invite is one of the biggest meets hosted by Westside each year. This year, the first year since 2000, where Westside has hosted the Omaha Metros. Let's hear from Coach Ryder on what he thought of the invite and the upcoming Metros.
I mean, I'm super excited to have it here. It's a lot of work. This meet was kind of a good gauge for that. We have 12 teams here. The Metro, I believe, is 17 teams. Some of the teams in the Metro aren't as big as some of the teams here, but it'll be around the same amount of people, so it should be a good gauge. Things ran really smooth today. I'm hoping that in 2 weeks when we kind of showcase it to the whole Metro. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous with it being back at Westside. It hasn't been back here since the early 2000s, but we're ready for it, and I think there's going to be some really fast swims.
Westside boys and girls won the meet, with the boys by a large margin of nearly 200 points and the girls edging out their opponent by 9. Let's hear from Andy on who he thought stood out in this meet.
You know, we had a lot of our girls get best times and season bests and just kind of across the board. You know, we had good swims from, you know, Sadie Rogers and Gwen Fonda and Elizabeth Bender and Berkeley Gamer. And those are just, you know, 4 of the swimmers, but I would say like they all really stepped up. On the guys' side, Pearson Crackey and Spencer stepped up big. Jake Jepson, Will Cartwright, Aiden Olson. I mean, we're really deep on the boys' side, and every single one of them kind of stepped up and swam their role.
Let's hear from 2 of the swimmers mentioned by Andy, Sadie Rogers and Will Cartwright, and what it meant for them to win this meet.
It means a lot. We were all really excited to kind of get out and race and obviously tech up for this. We haven't really done like a big meet like this in our new pool, so it was really exciting, and to be able to do that and kind of represent Lisa.
I mean, it means a ton. I know last year we won it, and before that we had lost it, and especially for Lisa Ellis, who, God rest her soul, amazing coach, one of my favorite people. To win this just means so much to her. It's us giving back to the years of coaching and years of things she's given to Westside. So it just feels great. It feels amazing to win this meet.
Westside hosting the Omaha Metro for the first time in 20 years means a lot for some people. Sadie talks about what it means for her.
It's so cool. I mean, this is the pool we train in every day. It will be really exciting just to get in and race. There will be so many fast people here, so much good competition that it will be exciting.
Westside boys had an impressive meet blowing out the competition. Will talks on what he thought of this performance and what it means for the team.
Impressed, beyond. In all aspects, every individual, every relay, our boys have done insane. I know prep has been a big contender with depth in a lot of their events, which is where we've lacked in the past. This year we have strength in almost every sector of our meets, so yeah, just beyond impressed.
This has been Oliver Levy with WTV.
Westside's show choir season is officially underway, with students taking the stage for their first performance of the year. Luke Boyer takes us inside the season opener.
Amazing Technicolor show choir is already setting the tone for a strong season, and members say it starts long before they step on the stage. Early mornings and long practices culminate in an eventful season. Let's hear from Gavin Schenkelberg on what it has been like to show the community what they have been working on.
I was really excited seeing how all of our work throughout the year so far, like how we could show it to one another and our audience.
It's pretty exciting getting to show the people what you've been working on for 6 months, but it's pretty fun. It's a lot of hard work to get to where we need to be for premiere night.
The goal for this 2026 season is quite simple.
To win. We really want to win every single competition, and we've already lost the first one, so that sucks. But we should win, hopefully, at least 4, which is the rest of them.
Show choir is a unique sport that can be difficult to relate to. Let's hear from Gavin on what he'd want an outsider to know about this activity.
I'd encourage them to come to one show and see what it's like. It's really different, and I mean, the singing is great, and while dancing, like, you'd be very impressed on what you're missing out on.
The bond of the team also contributes to their success.
We have a lot of team bonding at the beginning of the year, and that contributed a lot to how we perform with each other and being comfortable with one another. And there's just like a great amount of tradition.
So we do stuff that involves the entire group. Like we go to one person's house pretty often after competitions, or we go to a certain restaurant after we lose or win a comp.
The season culminates in an end-of-the-year trip to Orlando. This creates a fun and unique opportunity for those involved.
Oh, it's pretty exciting getting to hear that he chose Orlando to travel to for nationals. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun, and we get to choose who we room with, who we go on the bus with, who we sit next to, and everything, so that's pretty fun.
The show choir team is looking forward to the rest of the season. For WTV, this is Luke Boyer. Westside's main gym is getting a bright new future with major upgrades designed to benefit students and athletes for years to come. Will Mahan has the story.
The court in Westside's main gym is used for a lot of things, like basketball, volleyball, blood drives, and other events. Being a projector screen was not one of the uses that anyone thought of until Principal Dr. Dossel came up with the idea after finding inspiration from other schools around the state and the country.
I know that students have a lot of choices of what they want to do in the evenings or on the weekends, and so if we can create an environment that students want to attend, then we need to do everything we can to try to get that.
Westside as a whole prides themselves on being innovative, as they are only one of the 4 schools in and around Omaha that have this technology.
Already, just in 3 weeks of having this, the number of other schools in the metro area that have reached out saying, what is this? How do you go about doing this? Is increasing. So you're going to see a lot more of these popping up.
Both the players and the fans think that this new use of the court is a cool new thing. It has helped to majorly up student engagement, as Coach Simon explains.
You could tell the students thought it was cool, and they did kind of the lights with their phones. I thought that was, really cool. Fan engagement, and the guys obviously think it's cool. I mean, it's something you see at college and professional type arenas. So anytime you can give high school kids that experience and kind of that treatment is, they're going to find it cool.
The system works by using 4 projectors that play video split onto 4 different quadrants of the court, which combine to create one large video.
So it's called court projection mapping. So it's basically taking those 4 cameras or those 4 projectors and merging it into one large image on the floor.
Dossel kept this new technology a secret until they used it at the first game, which was against Marion.
So that first night that we did it against Marion was kind of our trial night, and we figured some things out, but then we wanted to make sure that it was ready for Creighton Prep as well.
They used the money that was made from concessions and money donated by the Westside Foundation to be able to afford the new projectors and all the expensive equipment that comes with it.
You want to make sure that the people who are coming to our games are paying and they're expecting to see a good product both on the field but also in the game day environment that they get.
Whether chasing new stories or in the studio, this has been Will Mahan with WTV.
Westgate students and staff are starting the year in a brand new building, marking an exciting new chapter for the community. Will Mahan reports.
These large windows offer a view into the all-new Westgate Elementary School building after opening to students and staff last month. Principal Scott Becker gives more insight on teacher and students' first reaction to the new building.
The initial reaction is just joy and excitement, right? Anytime you've been planning and talking about this for over 1.5 years, so to be able to get in and finally just see it have finally come to life.
The building is now much more organized. All the classrooms are in one long hallway, the ceilings are tall, the walls are decorated with the Westgate color scheme.
In the old building, it was kind of a maze. We had a lot of different hallways to walk down to get to different classrooms. To be able to go down to the instructional wing now, and it's one big hallway, and you can really just stand in the middle, and you can see all the way from kindergarten to 6th grade.
Color scheme embraces our gator green and gives a lot of different shades and of green and just creates a nice calm learning environment.
The students and teachers were both excited about the separation of the lunchroom and the gym, and the students were especially excited about the lockers and the all-new common spaces.
The lockers are a huge plus. It establishes independence for the students and keeps everyone tidy and organized.
With Westgate's history of having to previously be rebuilt because of a tornado shelter was built into the new building.
We have a dedicated storm shelter now, which is much larger than what we had at the old building.
While the building was being constructed, safety became the top priority, especially when kids were out on the playground.
We had to talk a lot about safety with our kids. There's playgrounds that were, barricaded off in different areas where they knew that they couldn't go. We had different, traffic with trucks and equipment and machinery coming in and out.
During winter break, the big move to the new building took place. So that means the teachers had to put in the work to move everything over.
We donated a lot of items to other buildings, furniture that maybe didn't work in our new space.
The company, Project Advocates, worked with the admin and the teachers to make sure that everything was running smoothly and any problems that arose were taken care of promptly.
They facilitated our move, and any hiccups we've come across, they have helped maintain that everyday consistency with our schedule and learning of our students.
Everyone, including the students, are sad to see the old building go, but are excited for the new opportunities in this new space.
a lot of friends and families and community members from the neighborhood came out and were very excited to get the chance to go through the old building. So that's really been kind of the only moment of pause for anyone.
This had been Will Mahan with WTV. Westside also hosted middle and high school students for a district-wide math competition, bringing together some of the area's top problem solvers. Micaiah Dodd reports.
More than 200 students from across Nebraska filled Westside High School, not for a basketball game, but for a battle of numbers. On January 17th, Westside hosted its second annual math competition. Math and high school teams competed in written tests and fast-paced buzzer rounds, a format very different from everyday math classes. Dr. Mosier, Westside's math department chair, serves as the sponsor behind the competition, along with the high school math team and Math Honor Society. She helped bring the event to life for its second year. She said the event was created to give students more opportunities to compete, and it's growing fast.
Working with the math coach from Scottsbluff High School, who I've known for quite a while through other state math organizations, we kind of talked about if we could get another competition in the eastern part of the state, and knowing the facilities we had at Westside, we kind of decided let's go ahead and give this a shot.
What began as a new opportunity for students has quickly turned into a growing statewide event.
Since the first event, we had maybe 125 students in our middle school and high school total participate. This year it grew to 26 schools representing middle and high school students, and we almost doubled our student numbers. So it was definitely a big change, which takes a lot more prep work on the backside.
She hopes the competition keeps expanding, inspiring more students and encouraging more girls to see themselves in math and competition. The event brings together students who love problem solving, teamwork, and challenge. Now, in its second year, it continues to grow as one of the only large-scale math competitions hosted at a Nebraska high school. Bingy Wang, a senior at Westside, played a key role in making this competition possible. As a problem writer and a student organizer, he helped design the challenges teams faced throughout the day. But for Wang, the highlight wasn't the scores. It was the spark he saw in the younger students.
I think it's really cool to see how the middle schoolers are inspired over time. Like, you'll see them come in maybe nervous or not expecting to do well. They'll see the questions. Sometimes the questions can be overwhelming and they'll walk out of the testing room maybe not in the best of spirits, but then they'll have lunch, talk with high schoolers, interact, and then it's really in the buzzer round where you're watching high schoolers get questions so fast and do all this incredible math that you see their eyes really light up and they're like, I can do this, I want to do this in the future.
With sharpened skills and school pride on the line, Westside's math competition is proving that numbers can bring students together one problem at a time. Reporting for WTV, I'm Micaiah Dodd.
That wraps up our second newscast of the school year. Thank you for joining us.
For more WTV stories, visit our YouTube channel and search for Warrior Television.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.